Sky Science Unit Test. Write your name and the date. You are going to be marked on 5 different sections. There's a labeling section, fill in the blank, omit or reflect, multiple choice, and long answer, for a total of 43 marks. Okay, question number 1. Label the following diagram with these words: Sun, Earth, Moon, Orbit, for 4 marks. You can pause the screencast to complete this task. Fill in the blank for 4 marks using the word bank day, year, revolves, rotates. Number 2, the Earth blank on its axis every blank. And number 3, the Earth blank around the Sun every blank. So take a minute to fill in the blanks with these words and resume when you're ready. Emit or reflect. State whether these objects emit or reflect light for 1 mark each. Number 4, star. Number 5, planet. Number 6, moon. Number 7, sun. This is now the multiple choice section of your test. So please circle the best answer. You'll receive 1 mark for the correct answer and 1 mark for showing evidence of using at least 1 multiple choice strategy for each question. So crossing out wrong answers is one way you can show evidence, and underlining or highlighting keywords is another way. So let's do number 8. While looking up at the night sky, you remember that an object that emits its own light is called A, a moon, B, a star, C, a planet, or D, an asteroid. Number 9. You know that Venus is visible in the night sky because it A, reflects light, B, refracts light, C, emits light, or D, produces light. Now you're going to use the following information to answer question number 10. So Henry's investigation shows how the length of a shadow cast by a sundial changes throughout the day. So on the left-hand column here is time of day. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 o'clock, 14, and 15. The length of the sundial's shadow in centimeters. So at 9 a.m. or 900 hours, it was 80 centimeters. At 10, it was 70. At 11, it was 50. At 12, it was 40. And then at 1300 hours or 1 p.m., it was 50 centimeters. And then we don't know what the length was here. So this will be our question. Henry explained that the length of a shadow changes throughout the day because of the A, movement of the sun, B, rotation of Earth on its axis, C, revolution of Earth around the sun, or D, the tilt of Earth on its axis. Number 11. The sun is about to set on this warm July evening. You and your friend notice that your shadows fall directly behind you. You infer that you are walking A, west, B, east, C, north, or D, south. Okay, use the following information to answer question 12. I'm just going to make this a little smaller. The naturalist asks a member of your group to record the length of her shadow throughout the day. A chart was then made that shows how the length of the shadow of the naturalist changed over a period of a few hours on a sunny day. So the shadow length during the day on our left-hand column is the time of day, 11 a.m., 12 a.m., 11 a.m., 11:20 a.m., 11:40 a.m., 12 noon, 12:20 p.m., 12:40 p.m., 1, 1:20, 1:40, 2, 2:20, and 2:40. And then our right-hand column is the length of shadow in millimeters. So 177, 164, 154, 146, 141, 138, 137, 138, 140, 145, 152, and 161. So you infer from the chart that the sun is at the highest point in the sky at A, 11 a.m., B, 12 noon, C, 1 p.m., or D, 2:40 p.m. So now you're going to use the following information to answer questions 13 and 14. So Jean-Paul's display has a chart with information about each planet in our solar system. So on our right-hand column here, we have our planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And then we have their relative size in this column. Maximum distance from the sun in millions. So here's 69.7 kilometers. So that's 69.7 million kilometers. Venus, 109 kilometers, million kilometers, 152.1 million kilometers, 249.1 million kilometers, 815.7, 1,507, 3,004, and 4,537. And then the next column is diameter. So 4,880 kilometers, 12,100 kilometers. Earth is 12,756 kilometers, Mars is 6,787 kilometers, Jupiter 142,800, Saturn 120,000, Uranus 51,800, and Neptune 49,500. This column is average surface temperature. So Mercury 350 degrees Celsius at day and minus 170 degrees Celsius at night. Venus 480 degrees Celsius, Earth 22 degrees Celsius, Mars minus 23 degrees Celsius, Jupiter is minus 150, Saturn is minus 180, Uranus is minus 210, and Neptune is minus 220. This column is day length in Earth units, so Mercury is 58 days, Venus is 243, Earth is 1, Mars is 1, Jupiter is 10 hours, Saturn is 10 hours, Uranus is 16 hours, and Neptune 18. And then our year length in Earth units, Mercury is 88 days, Venus 225 days, Earth is 365 days, Mars 687 days, Jupiter 12 years, Saturn 30 years, Uranus 84 years, and Neptune 165 years. And then the last column is the number of moons, so that one's pretty straightforward. According to Jean-Paul's chart, the planet has the same number of natural satellites as Mars is. So you need to go back to this chart. Venus, Mars, Neptune, or Uranus. And number 14, while making his display, Jean-Paul realized that the planet that rotates most slowly on its axis is A, Venus, B, Mars, C, Neptune, or D, Uranus. Use the following information to answer question 15. So our solar system, Milky Way, and question mark. The diagram illustrates the relationship between three components of space. In the diagram above, the area labeled with a question mark could represent A, Jupiter, B, the Sun, C, Cassiopeia, or D, the universe. And number 16, beginning with the new moon phase, as the moon revolves around the Earth, the portion of the moon that we see, A, increases then decreases, B, decreases then increases, C, remains the same, or D, disappears. Use the following information to answer question 17. Peter's project shows how different sized craters can be made by dropping rocks of different sizes from the same height into a pan containing 10 centimeters of flour. Two variables that are kept constant in this investigation are the A, size of the pan and the size of the craters created, B, the height from which the rocks are dropped and the size of the rocks, C, the depth of flour in the pan and the height from which the rocks are dropped, or D, the amount of flour used and the size of the rocks. Use the following information to answer question 18. Peter and Natalie told Uncle Jake about a tour they took of the Space and Science Center. Peter explained that they used a computer program designed to help people learn about the phases of the moon. Peter drew a picture of one of the graphics he saw. Here's Earth, there's a P here, and then Sun. Peter correctly explained that when viewed from the Earth, the moon in position P would appear to be A, full moon, B, quarter moon, C, half moon, or D, new moon. Use the following information to answer question 19. At 10 p.m. you noticed a constellation of the Big Dipper and the star Polaris. When you wake up at midnight, you notice that the Big Dipper appears to have moved. Polaris, 10 p.m., Polaris, midnight. The reason that the Big Dipper appears to have moved is that A, the stars randomly change their positions, B, the moon's gravity causes the stars to change their positions, C, Earth tilts closer to the sun as it rotates during the night, or D, Earth rotates on its axis as it revolves around the sun. Use the following information to answer question 20. Jason points out the Big Dipper. He explains that the position of the Big Dipper changes throughout the year. Its position at midnight in the June night sky is shown below. So June, midnight. Which of the following diagrams illustrates the position of the Big Dipper at midnight in the December night sky? A, B, C, or D? Long answer. Draw a diagram and explain in words why we experience day and night on Earth. Make sure you label your diagram. The diagram is worth 2 marks and your explanation underneath is worth 2 marks as well. And number 22, draw a diagram and explain in words why we experience summer, winter, fall, and spring on Earth. Label each season on your diagram. Your diagram, again, is worth 2 marks and your explanation is worth 2 marks. And number 23, list the planets in order from the sun for 8 marks. Once you've completed this, you can go back through the screencast to listen to certain parts, to repeat questions, and once you've checked over it all, hand it in to Ms. Johnson.